Hello everyone, gather around because today we're about to dive deep into the world of football legends. We're talking about a play that not only defined a game but solidified the legacy of one of the greatest athletes to ever grace the gridiron. This play is more than just a moment, it's a testament to speed, agility, and pure athletic genius. We're about to take you on a journey through the greatest football play to ever live. The iconic Deion Sanders interception return for a touchdown. It's time to consider Deion Sanders seriously in this discussion. And here are 5 reasons why we shouldn't overlook primetime, as if we ever could. Legacy. When wide receivers score, they don't think, "I'm going to celebrate just like Jerry Rice did." Quarterbacks don't prepare for games thinking, "I'll wear my wristbands and socks like Joe Montana." Every player wants to be as good as Joe and Jerry, but every cornerback aspires to be as good as Deion too. The thing is, you can watch any NFL game, and chances are you'll see someone imitating Deion's iconic high step, raising the ball in the air, or doing his signature shuffle. You'll also spot players wearing wave caps and do-rags under their helmets, high white socks, and towels hanging from their belts. Can you name another player who has had such a big impact on the style and flair of football, not just the position they played? He's the standard. With the NFL draft coming up, how often have you heard experts like Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, or Mike Mayock say, "He's not the next Deion Sanders, but he's a top prospect"? When today's scouts assess players like Charles Woodson, Champ Bailey, or Antonio Cromartie, who do they compare them to? Deion. Coaches, general managers, and scouts are always on the lookout for the next Deion because, when it comes to cornerbacks, Deion is the gold standard. When discussing quarterbacks, you can argue about Brady, Elway, or Montana. When talking about running backs, you can debate Brown, Sanders, or Peyton. But can you name another player at a different position where the consensus is always one guy, in this case, Deion Sanders? Double duties. One truly incredible aspect of Deion Sanders' career is that he played professional baseball during most of his time in football. This means he was juggling 2 demanding sports at the highest level. Deion often skipped training camps, organized team activities, OTAs, and preseason games for football, yet he still managed to become a Hall of Famer and the absolute best at his position. Imagine for a moment if Jerry Rice, one of the greatest wide receivers in history, decided to try his hand at basketball until week 2 of the football season. Would he have been able to maintain the same level of excellence? Deion's ability to excel in football despite such unique circumstances sets him apart. Versatility. Deion Sanders boasts a level of versatility in football that is virtually unmatched. He holds the distinction of being the only player in NFL history to score touchdowns in every conceivable way. Picture this. He returned punts and kickoffs for touchdowns, and some would argue that he was second only to Devin Hester in this aspect. He also caught passes for touchdowns and ran the ball into the end zone. But that's not all. Deion was a defensive powerhouse, returning interceptions and fumble recoveries for touchdowns too. In the modern era, he stood alone as the sole player who could seamlessly start on both offense and defense. Imagine asking Jerry Rice to shut down the opposing team's star receiver while simultaneously contributing on the offense side of the ball. That kind of multidimensional talent is a rarity in football. His peers. When we hear about legendary matchups like Manning versus Brady, it's essential to remember that these 2 iconic quarterbacks aren't competing directly against each other on the field. Now, here's where Deion's greatness shines even brighter. Deion Sanders built his reputation by consistently covering Jerry Rice, widely regarded as one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. Not just once, but twice a year for 5 seasons during his tenure with the Atlanta Falcons. The San Francisco 49ers specifically brought Deion on board with a 1-year contract to neutralize the threat of Michael Irvin, a formidable wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. Deion earned his nickname Primetime by successfully containing these elite receivers. So, when we discuss Deion's greatness, we must also consider the quality of competition he faced. During Deion's prime, the list of top-tier receivers included names like Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Tom Brown, and Chris Carter, all of whom are considered among the best. Deion managed to consistently shut down these legends, further solidifying his place in football history. While it's indeed a challenging task to definitively determine the best football player ever, considering the vast differences in positions and eras, one thing is clear: Deion Sanders, Primetime, deserves a prominent spot in the conversation about the greatest football players of all time. If you enjoyed reliving this iconic moment with us, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your fellows. Thanks for watching.